My name is Professor Siegbert Faiss. I'm the head of the Department of Gastroenterology and Endoscopy here in Berlin in the Sana Klinikum Lichtenberg. In upper GI tract, the biggest challenge is to detect early neoplastic areas, for example, in a long segment Barrett esophagus. To detect early neoplastic lesions in a Barrett is sometimes very hard because these lesions are very subtle. There are only some very, very fine mucosal changes and changes in vascular pattern. You need a lot of experience to detect these lesions. If you miss a high-grade dysplasia or even an early cancer in the esophagus because you think this is only reflux disease and you miss these neoplastic lesions, the patients didn't feel anything, but the tumor grew. And if a tumor makes some symptoms, especially dysphagia, then it's not an easily detectable and easily removable tumor, it's an advanced cancer. And this is a problem for the patients for his further life. And AI, like CADU, helps us to detect these lesions in a very, very early stage. And these lesions can be overlooked by a non-experienced doctor very, very easily. CADU helps me to detect the most likelihood area of dysplastic lesions. If you have a lesion and you see a special lesion, you have to take biopsies ideally from the point where the maximum of dysplastic neoplasia will be inside this lesion. And if CADU shows me with a blue dot, and this is the same as I have in mind where the most neoplastic lesion is, I can take a target biopsy. And if I take a target biopsies, it's more cost effective for the hospital, for the community, for the patient, compared to taking more random biopsies. Today, if I examine a patient with a Barrett's, I start conventionally with white light, with NBI. I make my own thinking about where is the lesion, is there a lesion, yes or no. And then I add CADU. And if CADU shows the same, I'm very convinced that my diagnosis is correct, and I take a special biopsy from this area with a blue dot was indicating the highest risk of neoplasia. The biggest advantage of a cloud-based system like OLYSENSE is that if there might be an update, I don't have the need to buy a new computer. The update was carried out in the cloud, and I have a benefit that I have a new system. This is the biggest advantage of a cloud-based system. Greatest wish for CADU is that CADU will spread all over the world, and CADU will be available in every endoscopy. If colleagues hesitate to use AI in their endoscopy, I will say to them, use it, make your own experience, and you will quickly see that this AI system helps you to improve your own detection of especially neoplastic areas in Barrett's.